an acrimonious parting with Warner Brothers. Now you're back with a major label, Arista, and you're allowing them to distribute and promote this album. Do you feel that that's still something that record companies can do? They can promote, and they just have a big distribution web that's still useful to performers?
Yes. You know, I never had a problem with the way my music was promoted or distributed. My main problem with record companies was an ownership issue. When you don't own the master tape, they can take the master recording and put it on different compilations and do all kinds of different things with your music. It isn't the bitter battle that everybody thinks it is. It was mainly an issue of ownership and whether or not I could record when I wanted to. There are other issues that come into it regarding recording with other musicians.
You got a lot of stuff lying around, like sort of Lenny Kravitz jams with like other artists.
Maybe, maybe not.
People we might know, I suspect.
Yeah, I've recorded a lot of things, but there again, every time you go to try to give it to some of your friends in the public, then you run the risk of their estates or people affiliated with them coming up and claiming their piece. They weren't in the studio, but they want their piece.
I mean, like,
but I gotta get their piece in.
I mean, it's just true. There's the Miles Davis stuff, right? I mean, will that ever come out? Someday, perhaps. Maybe not. Let's not talk about that.
So far, so pleased. I like the way you touch me. I like the way you tease.
You had mentioned earlier when we were talking that you had seen some old footage of yourself from some years back, and you said you were wearing something provocative, and it wasn't the way you are now. I mean, have you changed a lot from that person you were?
When we get to the point where we stop trying to dictate what a person's supposed to do with their life and how people are supposed to perceive them, we'll be better off, you know. In some respects, I'm the same person. I don't dress the same, though. I don't look the same. I did that for a specific reason. That night is not indicative of, you know, where I am right now.
I mean, do you still have those little outfits in a closet somewhere?
Well, now, what do you want? Ain't you got a woman? What you want? What you need to know all that stuff for?
Just wondering in a historical sense.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like, we discussed the name change because it's a problem for people who have to say your name. Why did you feel compelled to change your name from Prince Rogers Nelson to something that no one can pronounce?
Well, very simply, my spirit directed me to do it. And once I did it, a lot of things started changing in my life.
Why do you suppose that was?
Why do I suppose that was? Well, one thing is people can say something about Prince, and it used to bother me. Once I changed my name, it had no effect on me. If you read Kurt Loder is crazy every day.
Oh, every day would be annoying.
All right. Well,
once in a while, okay.
Sooner or later, you might wonder why people have this perception of you. All right. Now, if you change your name to Malik, then...
But Malik I can pronounce, but you change it to a symbol that can't be pronounced. It's very difficult for people that have to...
It's very difficult for people to say he's crazy, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
That could still be said, but it's hard to say the name because there's no way of pronouncing it.
That's interesting, yeah.
You see the problem?
For whom? I'm doing real good. Everything's all cool.
What if I change my name to just a little circle with an arrow through it?
My brother, any way that I could use my brain to come up with a way to make you happy and respect you, I'm going to do that.
But I mean, let's say you're in the business. I don't want to belabor this. But
You don't?
There's been talk of some old tracks with The Revolution, your previous band, your old band, coming out as an album called Roadhouse Garden. Is that possibly maybe going to happen?
We did 3 tracks for the record, meaning I went in and finished them, and then I put Roadhouse Garden on the back burner. So right now it's nothing's really happening with it.
Remained here in Minneapolis.